Have you ever wondered if the world's forests and mountains still hide creatures science cannot explain? Two of the most legendary figures in global folklore, Bigfoot and the Yeti, have inspired fear, fascination, and endless debate. But are they simply myths, or could there be something real behind these mysterious giants? Welcome to Adventure into the Unknown, where we explore the world's most fascinating mysteries and untold stories. Across continents, from the dense forests of North America to the icy slopes of the Himalayas, stories of towering, hairy humanoids have persisted for centuries. Known by different names, Sasquatch in the Pacific Northwest, Bigfoot across American popular culture, and Yeti in the remote mountains of Nepal and Tibet, these beings have become symbols of mystery. But while they share striking similarities, they also carry unique cultural significance rooted deeply in the lands and peoples who first told their stories. Today, we'll explore the origins, evidence, theories, and scientific perspectives surrounding Bigfoot and the Yeti, and ask whether these legends might share a common truth: the origins of Bigfoot. Long before the term Bigfoot became popular in the mid-20th century, indigenous peoples of North America already had rich traditions describing giant, human-like creatures roaming the wilderness. First Nations of Canada tell of Sasquatch, a wild man of the forests, often described as both protector and potential threat. In the Pacific Northwest, tribes like the Salish and the Lummi passed down tales of hairy giants who lived in harmony with nature, sometimes stealing fish or food, but generally avoiding human conflict. The modern explosion of Bigfoot sightings began in the late 1950s, when a series of oversized footprints were discovered at a logging site in California. Newspapers quickly coined the nickname Bigfoot, and from then on, the legend became a pop culture phenomenon. The Himalayan Yeti. The Yeti, sometimes called the Abominable Snowman, belongs to the high-altitude folklore of Nepal, Bhutan, and Tibet. Local Sherpas and Himalayan villagers describe the Yeti as a towering figure, covered in white or brown hair, dwelling in caves and hunting in snowfields. Unlike Bigfoot, who is often portrayed as elusive but relatively benign, the Yeti carries a darker reputation, sometimes feared as a predator or even a spirit of the mountains. The West first became fascinated with the Yeti in the 19th century as mountaineers and explorers reported strange tracks in the snow. One of the most famous stories came from 1951, when British mountaineer Eric Shipton photographed a giant footprint during an Everest expedition. The photo captivated the world, fueling speculation that an unknown primate lived in the Himalayas. Comparing Bigfoot and the Yeti, while separated by geography, these creatures share remarkable traits. Physical description: tall, bipedal, hairy, and humanoid. Behavior: avoiding human contact, living in remote environments, leaving behind footprints. Cultural role: serving as guardians, warnings, or symbols of the wild. Yet differences stand out. Bigfoot is tied to forests and rivers, while the Yeti is inseparable from snow and ice. Bigfoot is often romanticized as a mysterious neighbor of humanity, while the Yeti is seen more as a dangerous enigma. Could these differences reflect unique species, or are they variations of the same archetype, shaped by culture and environment? Evidence for Bigfoot: the evidence most commonly cited includes footprints. Thousands of casts have been collected over decades, showing large human-like tracks often exceeding 15 inches in length. Eyewitness testimonies. Reports span from hunters and hikers to police officers and forest rangers, describing a tall, hairy figure moving swiftly and silently. The Patterson-Gimlin film 1967, perhaps the most famous piece of alleged Bigfoot footage, this short film shows a large bipedal creature walking through a clearing in Northern California. Experts remain divided. Some call it a hoax, while others argue the biomechanics suggest authenticity. Despite this, no physical remains, bones, teeth, or DNA have ever been definitively linked to Bigfoot. Evidence for the Yeti: the Yeti has its own body of evidence. Footprints in snow. Several expeditions, including Shipton's 1951 discovery, reported strange, human-like tracks in remote mountain regions. Cultural testimony. Sherpas and monks in Himalayan monasteries preserve stories, relics, and even supposed Yeti scalp and hand artifacts, though later analysis often points to bare origins. DNA analysis. In recent decades, hair samples attributed to the Yeti have been tested. Many turned out to belong to Himalayan brown bears or other known animals, casting doubt but not eliminating the mystery. Scientific perspectives. Most scientists remain skeptical, offering explanations such as misidentification, bears standing upright, large primates, or even humans in thick fur clothing. Hoaxes. From carved wooden feet to staged films, hoaxes have clouded serious investigation. Cultural archetypes. Psychologists suggest that Bigfoot and Yeti may symbolize humanity's primal fear of the wilderness, representing a shadowy version of ourselves. Yet, some researchers argue that dismissing these legends outright ignores valuable cultural knowledge and unexplored possibilities. After all, history has shown us that creatures once thought mythical, the giant squid, the okapi, the mountain gorilla, were eventually proven real. The theories range from the scientific to the speculative. Surviving hominids. Could Bigfoot or the Yeti be remnants of Gigantopithecus, a giant ape that lived in Asia over 300,000 years ago? Unknown species. Perhaps these beings belong to a branch of primates undiscovered by science, thriving in remote habitats. Spiritual or interdimensional beings. Some cultural traditions, particularly in Himalayan belief systems, describe the Yeti as more than flesh and blood, a spiritual guardian of the mountains. If you're enjoying our journey, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. It's free and it helps us create more incredible adventures for you. Thank you for your support. Why these legends persist even without definitive evidence. Bigfoot and the Yeti continue to thrive in global consciousness. Why? The power of mystery. Humans are drawn to the unexplained, and these legends offer a tantalizing sense that our world is not fully known. Cultural identity. For indigenous peoples and Himalayan villagers, these beings embody deep spiritual and environmental connections. Modern myth-making, television, film, and internet culture keep Bigfoot and the Yeti alive, turning them into icons of mystery in the modern age. Skeptics versus believers. The debate is far from settled. Skeptics argue that without hard evidence, these legends should be classified as folklore. Believers counter that absence of evidence is not evidence of absence, especially when dealing with creatures that could be rare, intelligent, and masters of avoiding detection. This tension between skepticism and belief is precisely what makes the subject so enduring. It reflects the broader human struggle between science and mystery, reason and wonder. Bigfoot and the Yeti, separated by continents, yet united by myth, invite us to look deeper into our relationship with nature and the unknown. Whether they are real creatures, misunderstood wildlife, or cultural archetypes, they remind us that mystery still walks beside us. So, what do you think? Are Bigfoot and the Yeti simply legends born of imagination and fear? Or could there be a grain of truth hidden in the forests and mountains, waiting to be discovered?